everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna, and this is For Pause in a Book. I make book and lifestyle related content, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below. Today, we are going to be rereading the first romance I ever read. That technically might not be true, but it is the first romance that's recorded on Goodreads, and the one where I realized where contemporary romance was actually a genre, because I remember finishing this book and being like, I need more of that exact same book. And I'd like to know if that still holds true, now having read hundreds of other romance books. So that book is Can I See You Again by Allison Morgan. I read this book back in 2017. I was in a very different place in my life. I was in a very different place mentally. So we'll just see if it holds up. I want to know if I still love this book, or just even like this book. I want to know if the book holds up just in like terms of like how does it stand against Talia Hibbert or Olivia Jade or Tessa Bailey even, just in terms of like writing style, in terms of structure, in terms of diversity, not in Tessa Bailey's case, caveat there, like in terms of diversity, in terms of like how this is written, in terms of just like general writing style. I don't know, because this book was published in 2016, so it is older in terms of what is being published in romance today. This book is basically Hitch, the movie with Will Smith, where this woman is a professional matchmaker and people come to her and she like basically does matchmaking. She teaches them how to go on dates. She teaches them how to talk about themselves, how to be in a relationship, all of these fun things. And at the beginning of the book, she has a very secure relationship. She thinks she's about to get proposed to, but then he dumps her instead. And she is also trying to promote her own book about relationships, and she needs a boyfriend to be able to do that. It doesn't look good being like, I'm a single woman, but I'm going to tell you how to be in a relationship, right? So then she has one of these clients that's been like a long-standing client of hers, and they fake date. And that's about all I remember of this book. This could be why fake dating is now one of my favorite tropes, because of this book, and this was like kind of my first experience into this. Who knows? But we're gonna see how this goes. So with that being said, let's go on to the vlog portion of this video. Hello, I am about 100 pages into Can I See You Again? And I am realizing that this A, was not the greatest idea in the world, and B, I've read a lot of romances since reading this that are just, better. Part of this is this was written in 2016, so like this was very early on into like the real like resurgence of the romance genre, at least in contemporary romance, but it's not giving anything. It's very obvious that she is the blonde-haired, size 2, like, normal romance ingenue. And obviously, in today's romance publications, we don't always have that. We have more diversity. This has zero diversity in it. There's also just been some, like, weird, like, throwaway lines that are relating to mental health, being like, oh, I had a panic attack, and, like, I don't think she really did. So that felt a little icky. And there's just constant references to pop culture stuff, TV shows, things like that. And while like occasionally I don't mind that, this seems excessive for being less than 100 pages in. So, yeah. I'm not sure how great of an idea this was, to be honest. Because, they always say, like, don't reread your favorites, because you'll find something in them that are not great. And so far, this definitely is not going to be the 4-star that I gave it back in 2017. So, but, you live and learn, right? We're still going to continue on, because this is going to be an interesting video. Hello, I'm filming some other stuff, so I figured I would come on here and talk to you about this, because this book is taking me forever to read. Why is a romance taking me a week to read? It's probably because it's not good. The fact that this book is sitting at like a 2-star, a little over halfway through right now,
is just a struggle. We are struggle bussing today. I think that this book is just really meta. And not in a good way. Like, it's kind of self-insert-y. In the fact that this book, or this main character, is an author, but she's writing a self-help book, literally called Can I See You Again? And it just feels weird. Like, we could have named it anything else, and I don't think I would have had nearly the same issue that I did. But here we are. I don't know. I'm struggling. There's also just some wording in here that is not fantastic. And I know that it's an older book, published in the early 2016. So written in 2014, 2015. They do use the word transvestite, which is just not acceptable at all. And there's been some times where I've just been like, well, that's a choice. That's a choice. So, I think that this is just a PSA to just don't read your old favorites. Don't read the books that you read 5 years ago. It's just not a good idea. It's not a good time. Okay, I am gonna finish this. I'm really, really hoping I can finish this today, but I don't know because there's 50% left, and this book doesn't have an audiobook. So, yay. All right, I'll talk to you later.
I am starting to question myself. Did I know what romance was back then? Because I'm 250 pages into this. And I think at this point she still has more chemistry with her gay assistant than the actual love interest. And they're just fake dating at this point. And I don't give a shit. She's not fake dating the assistant, she's fake dating the love interest. The whole premise is that she has to fake date this other person, this one guy who's a client, because her boyfriend dumped her the day before a big interview. And then as part of the interview, they're going to do this ongoing series, which first off, who gives a fuck? And then as part of this interview series, they are setting up this other guy as a success story. We're gonna do the whole thing live on air, and see the whole process. And come to find out, the guy that they are going to use as this success story is her ex. So she has to find a date and a match for her ex-boyfriend, which she is still in love with, all while she is trying to fake date this client. It's a mess. I specifically remember finishing this book in 2017 and being I need every other book that's like this. I want more of this. I want this exact same story told a different way. I want, I need all of it. And what? What? Please end it. Just please. I can't DNF this book because it's literally the only book for this entire project. This book is the project, so I have to finish it. But oh my god, why?
I can't figure out the lighting today. It's gonna suck for the end of this video. But I finished Can I See You Again? And I'm giving it 2 stars. First off, it took me a week to read this book. Which it should, it's 300 and something pages. It should not have taken me that long. But I'm giving it 2 stars. And I think the motto of this video is don't reread your favorites from 6 years ago, because you're a very different person. And just live in the nostalgia that you used to like this book. It's not great. This is a hot mess. There's so much going on in this book. And everything gets kind of wrapped up so nicely and with a happy bow. And it's so it's not realistic. That's the word I'm looking for. It doesn't make sense. First off, there is 2 love interests. You have your old love interest who broke up with her and is a terrible person, but then comes back because he's not a terrible person and he actually does want to be with her, even though he is still a horrible person and he really just wants to be with her because she's now getting popular and is getting in the, whatever. And then we have the new guy who is a fake boyfriend because she needs a boyfriend for this interview that she's doing for her book, which I don't know how it works in publishing, but like a debut author, right? She's never written a book before. This is her first book, and it's a self-help book. And everyone in the media, all of the newspapers, all of the Today shows, whatever, they're all invested in her life. And I don't think the public cares that much if she actually had a boyfriend or not. I don't know, that's just me though. So then we have the new guy who's the fake boyfriend so that she can do the interview with, and then they go on dates that are like not dates that like she would like. They're like going mudding and camping, and she's a city girl. She lives in LA. And so like honestly, none of the guys are good for her. And it's just a mess. And then there's the whole thing of like her grandmother's house is about to get levied because she didn't listen to letters from the IRS for the last 10 years. And like, who does that? So I don't know. It's a mess. And this is 2 stars. And I'm trying to figure out why in 2017 did I finish this book and immediately want more. Immediately want more from the genre, from the characters, from this author, like everything. I wanted more. And for why? I don't know. So anyways, that is where we're at. We're gonna put this on Pango, not that anyone's gonna want it because it's a 2016 romance. But that's all I have for you today. Let me know any thoughts down below, and I'll talk to you down there. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little red button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.